Hello everyone, and welcome to my in-depth tutorial of the new Secret Agent expansion pack in Bitlife. Your girl still has her cough candies, and I'm still editing out my coughs, but it's actually going a little better this time. So I think it's gonna be less bad. So I hope that this video answers all your questions about this new update, and let's get started. Come become a patron and join the Patreon community, where you can get exclusive videos that will not be posted onto YouTube, and unlock early access to my new podcast, Lost and Loud. So I have this life here, and this is a life that I worked on the low key, okay, for you guys to show you how to do this. So I just want to show you guys where I'm at right now. I'll explain how I got there, and I will explain how we're going to continue. As you can see, I am a retired person. I'm a retired construction worker, just saying. And we have 64 million euros in our bank. So if you look at our spy agency, you can see that our prestige is very high. I didn't want to show you guys the straight beginning because that would be boring. I want to show you where I'm at in the middle, and then we're going to work together to get to the full 100% spy agency. My performance is pretty good, you know? So if you click on me, you can see that our mission success rate is 100%. And that is because I'm very strategic with the missions I am taking. One tip that I have for you is if you're trying to build your agency's prestige and performance, do not attempt assassination. Stick to hacking, Honeypot, and stealth. Leave assassination for when you are 100% prestige and you have unlocked all your gadgets. So one thing I want to note is the prestige goes hand in hand with your spy gadgets. There are multiple achievements that are going to pop up on your screen as your prestige builds. It's going to say, have a spy agency with 25% prestige, have a spy agency with 50%, have a spy agency, I assume 75%, and then I assume 100%. And every quarterly milestone, you unlock more gadgets. Once you hit 25%, you unlock level 2 gadgets. That is the data spike wristwatch, that is the pheromone spray, the stun gloves, and the zipline belt. And each of these are for the different categories of like assassinate, stealth, honeypot, hacking. And then when you reach 50%, which is where I'm currently at because 75% is our next milestone, you unlock the level 3 gadgets. So we just unlocked cryptographic disruptor, jetpack, riding crop stun baton, and the smoke bomb walking cane. As you can see, there are premium gadgets, and personally I have the promiscuity potion because I do a lot of baby challenges, so it helps me with my gameplay. But I'm pretty sure that there are going to be level 4s or 5s that unlock when we reach 100%. And I'm not going to do any assassinations because assassinations, there's like a 1% chance of it being successful. I have only gotten, if you can see, one assassination that I did successfully, and I got so lucky. But if you ever fail, you can always reset the app because it does work with this update if you ever get caught. Luckily, I attempted this just to see if it would work, and I did it, and it was a high risk mission as well, but I never attempted it again because it was kind of like a lucky shot. And as you can see with my missions, all I'm doing is hacking, stealth, and honeypot. So next tip I want to give is cover. You want to make as much money as you possibly can. Obviously, if you're born a royal, it's going to be very easy because you're going to be born with royal money. But what I did personally is you can get a sugar daddy or sugar mama at 18 if you want money quick, then just invest in houses. If you have the landlord expansion, be a landlord. In a couple years, you'll get like 50 million. In my opinion, don't even bother starting with a small agency if you can get the money. If you can't get the money, then start a small agency. If you don't have God mode to be a royal to get money quick, if you don't have the landlord expansion to get money quick, in my opinion, go the sugar daddy route. No matter where you start off, even doing it the landlord way, I couldn't get started until my like 40s, late 30s, 40s. So if you want to become a brain surgeon and just invest in real estate by just buying houses and working multiple jobs, you can become a millionaire. If you want at 18 to be an actor for a couple of years to get the money, do it that way. So you pick which way you want to get money. You can go the crime route. You can do all these different things. You can literally just wait till a certain time of day to rob a train to get enough money. As we know in Bitlife, the options are limitless. Like you can just make a bunch of money with crypto if you wanted to. So now with that being said, you make sure no matter the size of your location, you have a full security system installed. Personally, I have found these ones are really good. Voice recognition system, motion sensor plates, laser grid, intrusion detection system, and biometric scanner. And every couple of years, I like to install new ones so that it can improve the cover. Before I show you guys my agents and my whole system with that, I'm going to show you guys how to infiltrate or breach another agency's network. Once you know the answers, this becomes becomes so easy. If you guys watched my first video playing this new update, I was so confused because I'm like, what? But then you start to realize a lot of the questions have the same answers, and the questions are all the same, whether it's low or high security. It's just low security, you get more attempts. High security, usually if you get one wrong, it's over. And again, a tip in this is technically you can close the app. You know how like with business, you can't. You know how like with presidency and politics, you can't close the app to reset. With the secret agent, you actually can. So if you do end up messing up and you don't want to lose your progress, or you get caught and you don't want your mission terminated, you can always swipe out of the app before the pop-up ends, close it, and start over. But if you don't want to do it that way, here's how you do it. So let's start with a low security system, okay? So there's actually mini games in this that I didn't realize because I had my mini games turned off. Who do I think I am? So you have encountered a firewall. Reconfigure the computer's logic pathways before the system kicks you out. So tap to start. So we have to try and connect the dots. Just like that. So we broke through the firewall. Turning your mini games off is the easier thing because you just answer the questions. So it's really up to you. So here's another one. We will do this. We will do that and that. So we successfully hacked into it. So you have that option of doing the mini game, obviously. And if you want to turn your mini games off, then you don't do that. You just get questions. Personally, I find the questions easier. But if you don't want to have to worry about memorizing answers, you can do the mini games. So this is a low security one. So the low security ones are never going to have like the full amount of money. The maximum amount of funds that an agency will have is 5 million. But this is also a great way for you guys to be able to get one of the higher quality covers, because you can just spend your time infiltrating places that are high security with the mini games and getting the questions right. Just take 5 million constantly. That's 15 million a year. Do that 5 years in a row, and then you have enough to get the top place and the best cover, whether it's like a spa or gym or anything. So it's actually a very easy update once you get the hang of it. So we're just gonna take all the money. Why not? Another tip I have for you guys, let's go high security. So this is a password. Burst of cosmic light. Quasar is the answer for a lot of them. Anything that has to do with space or anything fancy, the answer is Quasar. And you'll see. Silicon Valley Girl. Anything that has to do with that is Barbie. Okay, that's the password. Fun for adults. Any type of category in that hint is vibrator. And then Richard the Lionheart's finals demise or whatever, anything that has to do with death or diseases, it's gangrene. And so now those are all the passwords. And one thing I have to say is do not recruit agents. It is a waste of time. Always try to poach agents from other agencies because they usually have the highest proficiency. Now I've already done this, so all the agents that are left are really not that good. But a lot of the times there are agents that have a full bar of proficiency. Oh my God, I just had a cough attack. Woo! Shout out to my boy Fisherman's. Now, each agency has different agents, of course. Not every agency will have one of each. For example, to me, I kind of find swiping the missions a little pointless, in my opinion. I don't really get why you would do that because usually you have a lot of missions already. So my preference is in the beginning, take the funds and then swipe some agents. I already have all my agents that I like, so I'm pretty good in that department. So I want to show you guys how to answer some more questions. And if there are any in this video that you do not see, I'm just showing you the ones that I get personally this time. If there are ones that are not in this video that you have the answer to, please comment it down below so you can help other people. But let's do Hush, okay? Okay, so this time it's a mini game. Personally, I don't like the mini games. I like the answers because the answers are really straightforward and I have like 90% of them memorized. But let's just do this one. So let's do this, that, and boom. But that's an easy way to get through the firewall. Okay, another mini game. So I like that they added this though. I didn't realize when the update first came out that they added this. And so it's actually really nice that they added a mini game. So there we go. We did it again. And as you can see, it's a high agency. So it has about 4 to 5 million. That's usually the case. And if you look at the agents, okay, I already had hacking agents, but this entire agency had special operative hackers. So there's this guy, Agent Fleming. There's this girl who's also special operative at hacking. I don't need to poach them because I already had my own agents. You only want to recruit agents if you check all the other agencies and they don't have any good agents in the category you need. So now the next thing I want to show you guys is everything to do with agents. So personally, I have my own little system. Right now, I have a mix of junior agents, field agents, special operative, and elites. The ones that I poached from other agencies are all the ones that are elite or special operatives. None of the agencies in my life had Honeypot agents, so I got pretty unlucky, so I had to recruit those. But every year, I just train them in their specialization, and then I just do missions with them, and then they improve. I have a little system with my agents because it gets very overwhelming when you do a mission to remember the names of all of them. Because sometimes you do a honeypot and it's a female that's straight, then you need a male honeypot person. And sometimes if you have a female that's gay, you need a female honeypot person. So it's like you need to have at least 2 there. In my opinion, you really only need 1 of each. But to be able to get through missions faster in case some of them got terminated, even though I have 100% success rate, you really only need 1 in each category if you know how to do this right without getting caught. Personally, my assassination person hasn't been used except once because I got lucky. But for my own curiosity, I wanted to see how the promoting was like with the agents. So obviously when I poached them from another agency, there were already special operatives, okay? There were already elite. But I wanted to see what the promotion process was like, so I also wanted to have multiple of them. So it's very confusing because when you go to missions and you do a hacking mission, you have to, let me just accept it, then I'll close it, but you have to pick between all these agents. And sometimes you can't remember which ones are which and for what, and which ones are male, which ones are female. So let me close the app, reopen it because I don't actually want to do the mission yet. Every time I got a new agent, I changed all of their code names to their actual job. Is that the smartest in real life? No. Like, hey, Agent Assass, like obviously his job is assassination, but for Bitlife purposes, it's really helpful. Agent Assass, his name was actually like Spitfire. And I just couldn't remember that, especially when you have a lot. So I changed his name to Agent Assass M for male because some of them I needed 2 and some of them I had 2 to play around with, like seeing what the promotions are like. And so, okay, let's say you remember your hacking agents. Oh my God, which one was which? So then for hacking agents, I have Hack F, hack female, and hack M, hack male. So I can just pick literally the hackers by their name. So that's my system. For honeypot agents especially, because if you are trying to seduce a gay female, you do not pick a male honeypot agent. It never works. The mission always fails. So honeypot agents, you always need at least 2. So honey F, honey M, and stealth, I have 2 males because I ended up poaching 2. I have stealth M1 and stealth M2. So what I'm doing right now is for my missions, I'm actually leaving the special operatives alone because I'm trying to get the elite agents promoted. So now that's my system with the agents. And let's go into the actual missions. I know a lot of people struggle with the hacking missions because they can never remember what the files are, but let me tell you my system, okay? So let's take this Operation Moist Bottle. Okay, so this is hacking. They want it deleted. We're gonna accept the mission. So now you guys can see where my little system with the agents help. There are so many, but now I just look for hack. Agent hack. F is the special operative. I don't want that. I want that Agent hack M, who is the elite agent. So I'm gonna click him. And what I do is I just repeat in my head, non-binary, sunset, delete, non-binary, or I don't even remember non-binary. I just need to remember non-sunset, delete, non-sunset, delete. And I say that in my head. You could write it down, but that's a little extra. You could take a picture on your phone. You could take a screenshot, but it's a little extra. So I just go non-sunset, delete, non-sunset, delete. And now David Bowie, Labyrinth. That's always the answer. When you see a question with Labyrinth and the answers, Labyrinth is always the answer. It's like you almost don't even have to read the question because once you know the answers, that's always the answer. So non-sunset delete, non-sunset delete. As you can see, I click the sunset drive, the non-folder, and now non-sunset delete. And there you go. Mission result is a success. So that's how I do the hacking mission. So let me do another one. So let's choose Agent Hack M. We will choose the cryptographic disruptor, overtime pile retrieve, overtime pile retrieve, overtime pile retrieve, pile, overtime retrieve. And so that's how I have 100% success rate. A lot of people are like, oh, sometimes it has the same file names. So I'm just looking through all the drives. You have to memorize it. You have to, because There's a folder. Oh, and see, there you go. You promoted your operative agent hack to the rank of special operative. His payout fee has been adjusted accordingly. So I'm pretty sure special operative is the top position. I'm not 100% sure because this is my first life where I've actually built up the spy agency to show you guys because I wanted to do it with you. But let's do another one. Project Plump Dingo. So now I can choose my other special operative. So now it doesn't matter which one I choose. But let's do the cryptographic disruptor again because that's for hacking if you read the description of the gadget. So now I do coworkers moonlight retrieve. Coworkers moonlight retrieve. Coworkers moonlight retrieve. There you go. Success. And when you're working with special operatives, you almost never have to answer the questions because they're so good at their job that you don't even have to do it. When you're working with like the lower agents, you have to answer all the quiz questions as well as memorizing it. So now let me show you guys the process with Honeypot. So let's do this one. Okay, so this one is very important now. So we have a male that's bisexual, so it doesn't matter which agent we choose. Let's look for honey F, honey male. Let's just do male. I personally have the promiscuity potion, but let's just do the one where it's level 2 if you didn't have it, pheromone spray. So let's go with the soldier since they like the military and cuddling. They like lovers who are sexually adventurous. So for our approach, we're gonna be seductive. They don't like politicians and spanking, and they like sports. So let's do a park because you know what? Maybe they want to throw a frisbee. So they like lovers who are adventurous, they like cuddling, and they don't like spanking. So there you go. Your operative agent Honey M made contact with the target. According to his report, he caught the target's eye by batting his eyelashes disguised as a soldier. They're going to a sports bar for their first date. So now the next part. Yosef wants us to choose the location of their next date. So we know they like sports, so we're going to say a soccer game. Okay, so it was a success. So now he doesn't like spanking, but he likes cuddling. But a safe answer for this is always just make out with them. And there you go. That is a success. So that's how you do these. You really have to read the details. You can't just pick anything. So let's do this again. So now we have a straight male target. So now we have to pick our female honey agent. So changing the names made this update so much easier for me. In the life that I did in the first video for this update, I was struggling so hard. I was like, how do I figure this out? And I finally did. And I was like, oh my God, let me just change the names to like label them all as if it's literally like a file folder, and it helps so much. So now personally I'm going to use the promiscuity potion because I have it. Let's begin the mission. So they're turned on by military and tickling. Their turn-offs are politicians and feet. Their favorite hobby is gardening, and they prefer lovers who ask them a lot of questions. So we're going to stick with the soldier again. We'll go to a supermarket, right? Because supermarket might have gardening stuff, and pick an approach. We will be direct because they like lovers who ask them a lot of questions. So let's go. We went to a botanical garden for the first date. So now we have to pick another one. They like gardening. So let's go to a community garden. Okay, that was a success. And finally, an intimate moment on a park bench. Rub his foot. And that was a success. So just let things like that for your missions, and you want to do all the missions every year. But I am purposely avoiding the assassination ones because those ones are like almost impossible. And I want to see if they are possible with like the level 4 gadgets. So now that I showed you guys Honeypot, let me show you stealth. A lot of people are confused with stealth, with the wires and stuff. So let me show you guys this. So the payout is literally 2 million. This secret agent stuff gets you so much freaking money if you do all the missions. So we're going to accept the mission. The only one that matters what gender your agent is Honeypot. So that's what I mean when you can literally just have one in each category. As long as you know how to do these, you will do them well. Okay, so let's pick agent stealth, the elite one, because we want to get them promoted. So now for stealth, I'm going to pick the smoke bomb walking cane, and let's begin the mission. So this one, the more you do it, you'll learn which answers are right. So there are 2 exits, and he hears muffled explosions behind the doors on the left while he hears the sounds of footsteps approaching from behind the door on the right. You always want to avoid the footsteps, so go with the door on the left. It was just an unattended game of Fortnite. Always avoid the doors that are rhythmic patterns or footsteps or voices. Okay, so that was good. And so now there's a sapphire door that requires a key card. Think of the movies. You always want to match the wires. If it's a sapphire door, you want a sapphire wire or a color closest to sapphire. Sapphire is blue. Therefore, you cut the blue wire, and there you go. And so finally, we have our last door question. There is a distant sound of wheels rolling across the floor behind the door on the left, and then there's a rhythmic slapping with the door on the right. You never want anything rhythmic, and there you go. It was a success. So let's do it again. Operation Unstable Yellow Jacket. This one has a payout of 3 mil. So let's just do Agent Stealth Elite again. We'll give him the smoke bomb walking cane, and again, muffled explosions behind the door on the left. That one's fine. It's the Fortnite game. And then rushes laughter from behind the door on the right. You never want voices. You never want footsteps. And you never want rhythmic taps or anything. So we're going to go with door on the left. And as you can see, it was an unattended game. The door is tar colored. Tar is black, therefore we're going to cut the black wire. So it's as simple as that. If it's like the olives are green wire. Periodic beeping sound on the door on the left, while a rhythmic slapping. You do not want a rhythmic anything. So we're going to go door on the left, and there you go. It was a success. That's how you do it. That's how easy this is once you get the hang of it. So let's just do this really quickly now. Let me just go through them. Special operative, smoke bomb walking cane, loud voices, no. Periodic beeping, door on the right. We will go, oh, okay, here's one that you guys haven't seen yet. Stopped by a drug mule who's asking what he's doing. We either make up a story or focus. I always make up a story, it usually works. So we have tiny taps versus rushes laughter. Go with the tiny taps, that one's fine. It's just a duck running in the hallway. And there we go, success. So it's that easy, guys. Let's do a honeypot, male that's straight, so we're gonna choose honey female, promiscuity potion, housekeepers and kissing. Let's go with a butler. Pick a location. They like lovers who are bold and assertive. Let's do a coffee shop after yoga. And let's be direct. Great. And location of next date, hot yoga. Okay. And let's do kisses lips. There you go. It's that easy, guys. And now my agent was finally promoted to elite. Good for her. Let's do another honeypot. And if you ever want to hide, always go into like a nearby room or under a desk. Okay. And it's like, oh, I promoted my agent to special operative. Okay. And it's like, once you know the answers, guys, this becomes so easy. Except I haven't really gotten into the assassination stuff. This one, I am afraid that you probably need to buy Assassin's Blade for it to be successful every time. I'm going to test that out to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the way to go with it. It's unfortunate that one might be pay to win, but I'm going to test it. So now that we've infiltrated everything, I've done all my missions except for the assassinations, I'm going to age and we're going to see what happens. My operative actually wants to resign and he is my assassin, my only assassin. He says there's an opening at Gigo and wants to apply. Convince him to stay? No? Okay. Well, I hate you. But now if you look at our prestige, it's almost 100%. So this is the time, because I already know all these other agencies don't have any assassins in them, so I will have to recruit someone. Rumor has it she was involved in the unaliving of 48 people. Verify her identity. Try to recruit her. Period. Okay, so she's our new assassin. So I am now going to change her name. Okay, so I can remember. And now she's Assass F. So now we're going to train her. Okay, so her proficiency is going up. And really, we can't really train her with missions. It has to be just training. Okay, so I finally finished with my agent and she is officially a junior agent, but her proficiency is perfect. So I am going to train her by ordering her to assassinate someone. And it's just for practice, okay? I'm sorry. We are just going to do a random weather reporter and we are going to snipe them. And our offer, I still kind of don't know what that means. So I'm just going to say 3 million. Okay, they sniped a weather reporter, period. Oh, it's me offering them money to assassinate. Okay, so let's do... Oh my god, an operative. You can have them assassinate an operative. Oh, wow. Let's do a random accountant, dismember them, give them 3.8 million. Okay, they dismembered. Okay, so they're doing a good job. So they're doing good when you ask them to do other people, but on the missions, they fail. It's fine. I have all the missions done. Let me show you guys some more answers for the infiltration. Got the munchies. It's always mastication. That's always the password. Frequent flyer, it's always guess. The OG millennials, it's always antiquity. Take a knee, it's always engagement. And there you have it. Level 4 gadgets do unlock at 75% proficiency. So I wonder what you get at 100%. I guess nothing. But here we have the cyborg dog and it incapacitates targets. So let's buy it. It costs $1 million. Let's do the discrete data vacuum. This is 900,000. It slurps up data. Let's do the pigeon drone. It maps out escape routes, so we'll buy that. And finally, truth serum. You get truth from it. Okay, so collect all 16 spy gadgets. Operation Compromised Bear. Kill the incompetent dentist named Nail Jean. Okay, accept the mission. Let's go to Agent Assass and let's give her the cyborg dog. Let's see. Is this going to be my first failure? Determine how the operative Agent Assass will assassinate the target and where it'll take place. Let's do dismember them and let's do a lake. She sees Nail Jean sunbathing on a dock. She informs you the target is next to some shady looking ladies. We're gonna wait. The target is with a lover. We're gonna wait. The target is with a government official. We're gonna wait. And, oh god, okay, so our operative radios to inform you she sees an operative from our rival agency. Fight the operative. Oh, there's a bug. I guess ignore. The target's near a police officer. Wait. Oh my gosh, ignore the operative. The target is surrounded by people. We can't dismember them if they're surrounded by people. Wait. The target is now hopelessly alone. Move in. See? Even though it's a level 4 gadget, we still fail. Your operative reports she tried to dismember the target but failed. Her radio cut off. Your operative said you win some, you lose some. So what's the big deal? Boy, are you a double agent? Because it is a big deal. I just exposed her as a double agent. I was joking when I said I thought she was a double agent. But now it makes sense because she's like, you win some, you lose some. So maybe that's why they fail. Because your assassinators are double agents. Buy her loyalty. Make an offer. She's not interested. Assassinate her. Dispose of her body in a dumpster. Well, now I don't have an assassinator. Oh my gosh. What if they're all double agents? No, they've all done well on their missions. So I'm going to train him by hiring him to assassinate someone. A random hobo, I'm sorry. But it improved his proficiency. So now let's see if he is a double agent. So let's do Operation Green Ghoul. Operation Assass. Cyborg dog bestie. Break their neck at a lake. Completely alone, move in. He failed. His radio cut off. Mission terminated and he went missing. See, this is a case where when things go bad, you can close the app if you don't want to ruin your proficiency. But I'm not going to do that. Let's do nothing. Sorry, bestie. Sorry, Agent Assass. So I don't know. I feel like personally, you can get lucky 1 every 50 assassination missions. But I do think they made it so that you need the Assassin's Blade to do it. But honestly, you don't even need to do the assassination missions, okay? The stealth missions are worth the same amount of money if you look at them. Like the highest, this one, 3 million. Like, that's great. You can build your proficiency to 100 without assassination. And if you want to assassinate someone, just hire an assassination agent and then just have them do it through that. So with that being said, let me do these missions. Stealth is my favorite personally, but unfortunately I do think for the assassination missions, they do require you to have the Assassin's Blade. I don't know how I did the other one successfully. Kind of got lucky. And see, have an agency with 100% prestige. So even without doing assassination, you can still get 100% prestige. So if we take a look at our agency now, you can see the full bar of Moreau's Rogues, our spy agency. It's unfortunate that you need the Assassin's Blade to successfully do the assassination attempts. Truth Serum, Lip Balm, all the other ones work though without needing the premium gadgets. That's kind of how I've found it, at least. So one thing that's really funny with this though is you can actually spy on people. So I got a girlfriend for this purpose. So here's our girlfriend Anise, okay? And there's actually a spy button. So I'm going to spy on her and you can choose who will do it. So we will actually do a honey agent, okay? To see if she'll cheat. So your operative agent Honey is now gathering intel on your girlfriend. Your operative has returned with intel. Apparently she is secretly a furry with an OF account. So now you can try to blackmail her, start a rumor about her, or ignore the intel. We're gonna try to blackmail her. How much will you charge your girlfriend to keep her secret? 1.9 million. She attacked me with a beer bottle. Well, can we sue? We can't. The audacity. She hooked up with a random man last week. Blackmail. All her money. Oh, she killed me. Oh. GG. Was a spy for like 30 years, yet our girlfriend killed us. Ironic. But But guys, that is my in-depth tutorial and walkthrough of the Secret Agent expansion pack in Bitlife. If there's anything that I missed personally that you have found has helped you with this update, please leave it in the comments down below to help anybody else. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more Secret Agent videos. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.